Hey everyone, the biggest war boss here, and do you know the biggest threat to American democracy is? If you think it is Donald Trump or the rise of fascism or capitalism, late stage and everything, you're obviously wrong. It is obviously Hasan Piker. Everyone knows Hasan is an absolute deranged lunatic that will destroy the foundation of the democracy in this land. Well, to be fair, I don't live there, so I'm safe from Hasanabi's nasty tentacly clutches, where he will probably sap me with electronic belts and shit like that. At least if you're gonna believe those that really, really hate this guy, because, they are right wing and he's left wing, and he's Muslim as well, which obviously is probably another very big reason why these people hate him, because he did tweet this. As a reply to breaking news, the Supreme Court of Virginia has struck down the congressional map to the Virginia votes passed last month because, Republicans are gerrymandering the living shit of everything. And the Supreme Court is, helping that. Though, of course, if the Democrats do that, then they are like, no, you can't do that. That's bad. But Hasan replied with this. The VA Supreme Court denied the result of the redistricting referendum. SCOTUS gutted the Voting Rights Act, and Tennessee carved up the last Dem district, destroying black voters' power in the state. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because the last quote there that he writes is what I want to talk about. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. It is kind of in the vibe with, Martin Luther King Jr. when he said violent riots is the voice of the unheard. It is kind of in the same vibe there, when there is nothing left, violence is, the only thing left. And of course, people latched onto this because, we all know Hasan want to murder everyone. If you're a Republican, purebred, anti-waxed, and whatnot fucking thing you have, he want your dead, he want your head on a pike outside this Walmart or whatever, because the communists are here, blah, 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 blah. So people replied on this. And not only people, the thing is that some very big politicians replied on this as well. Not only just your average content creator or randos, but actual politicians. Like Ted Cruz. This is who the Democrats are campaigning alongside. This is openly calling for violent revolution. Ooh, skating words there from Mr. Cancun. And then we have, of course, the sweatiest man alive, Randy Fine, which is more like Randy Fugly, I would say. Democrats' leading spokesman and Muslim terrorist Hasan Piker is calling for violence in the aftermath of the court ruling striking down illegal gerrymandering in Virginia. It's illegal when others do it, but not when we do it, because we don't do it against black people. We only do it against Democrats. It's different. Democrats have made Muslim terror violence a core part of their party. Very, very, very big words. And then, of course, he add at Director Cash. It is kind of insane. They are literally pouring everything to just stop Hasan. And I know that they also wanted to make this bill. I don't know if they have started with it yet, but there was a bill they wanted to do so against Hasan, for example. So that is fucking insane. And then we have Laura Loomer, Mr. Plastic Face. The Democratic Party golden boy Hasan Pike is calling for a violent revolution in America. As I've been saying on my show for months now, the Democrats' party mainstream of Piker is strategic in that they are using him to help mainstream assassination culture in America so someone kills Trump and elected Republicans. Piker is a tool to manufacture content for assassination culture and a communist and Islamic takeover of America. The revolution will be streamed by the communist Muslim Turkish streamer. Okay. This is rather unhinged, This is insane that they are so upset as spaghetti about it. It's a tweet, okay, from a streamer. He's literally a streamer. And they putting more, power to his tweets than the fucking president. Which they obviously are busy sucking his cock because, he's very old and can barely bend over anymore, I guess. But they're doing this. And they look at him, the Turkish Muslim man. which is weird because he is an American that have like heritage from Turkey and all of that, of course, but he's also an American, and there have always been plenty of people that is like want to deport him, fucking insane considering how America, United States, came to be. But that's just me. And then of course everyone's little fuckboy Ben Shapiro wrote, the Cartier communists will lead a violent revolution from his multi-million-dollar mansion. Of course, they are just playing the game that you fucking capitalists want us to play. What are you crying about? But yeah, so the thing is though that this quote they are so rabid over and crying and shitting over because it's inciting violence is not an original quote from Hasan, but rather from JFK. As Jorby here did tweet with his freak ass avatar. Man, dude, why do you smile like that? Am I about to die? Probably. Was JFK calling for violent revolution? You fucking moron. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. JFK. So either these people have no idea who said this, they just jumped on it because they want to dunk and just make Hasan appear like an even bigger and more dangerous man than he is, as they usually do, because Hasan say hello and they like, yaha, you want to murder everyone now, do you? Like, but for fuck's sake, man. But it's actually words from JFK, which, I mean, I assume they hate as well because, you know, he was a Democrat and whatnot, you know. Now they're just crying as they do. That Republicans and far right and all of that, they are nothing but cry bullies, you know. They are such fucking snowflakes. They are such little bitches, whining and crying as soon as someone is saying something that, like, they didn't even originally said themselves. It was actually a president. It is just insane that these people are allowed to be politicians, allowed to control government and control nations, because United States affect so many countries worldwide. Because these kind of things are going on in the United States, it's going on in Sweden now as well. Because the far right here is, they see what works in the United States and implement it here. It's getting worse for each fucking year here. Because of the far right. And the capitalists, of course, but yeah. And these people, especially the politicians, writing something like this, they are literally inciting violence towards Hasan, you know? They're kind of like, oh no, he's a danger, like constantly painting him like this ultra, like super terrorist, like he's Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden #2 or something like that. And it's absolutely wild that they're just thinking that. They are just like crashing over this. Oh yeah, I just want to talk about this because it is insane that these people are real, but sadly they are. And they're just fascist pigs, literally. Oh yeah, as a bonus, I saw this fucking horrifying nightmare that someone had spent, well, an hour on using AI to make some of the worst people appear in a little animation thingy here. Of course, with Naxtaku, Tectone, Asmongold, Livlit, and Kirchverstal. It is nothing great, but I thought to show you this because, you know, lighten up the mood with how cringe and dumb this shit is. Because, yeah, look at these brave people and brave warriors of Jesus. Oh my god, look at these. And then it's just like, oh wow. Cool, the access went through Tectone's head there. Truly amazing. And you spent like an obscene amount of time with this. And of course, who are they facing if it's not Hasan Piker, the barbarian? Well, I guess not the barbarian like Tectone, but more like it's savage, you know, because they are so classy. And Kaya with her electronic belt, because, you know, they really care about animals. They really don't. I just saw this and thought to share it because this is some of the dumbest and cringiest things I've ever seen. It is like, you how much do you suck making this with AI? And it's so dumb. Oh my god. Ah, what losers they are, man. Oh my lord.